Welcome, friends. We are revising in continuation the homeopathic remedy Spongia Tosta. We are using different shades for this revision, and here which we are going to take up is Part-4.B.1, Remedy in Verse by Dr. Bakshi. Please remember the text is taken up from Engl's keynote, and this is a very good study for BHMS students and interns. I am Dr. V.K. Chauhan. So here the author tells us that a basket full of flowers I bring from Hanneman's garden. Remedies in verse to cheer you and hearten. They will sound sweet on reading or singing. In the chambers of your heart, they will keep on ringing and will get bound to your soul with bands of steel. How safe and strong in their company you will feel. Please remember that these words, they come from a very seasoned practitioner and teacher in homeopathic subject of materia medica. So if you have the remedy in your heart and you know the symptoms correctly, prescribing symptoms, you feel very strong and secure while dealing with your clinical practice and prescribing the medicine. However, please remember, there are total 9 verses which cover the entire remedy Spongia. The text is represented in italics. In original print, they all are italics. It suggests that they are all peaky or red line symptoms, of course from Ellen's and hearing also, but they are further time tested by Dr. Bakshi. Now let us go to the text proper. The first verse is adapted to diseases of children and women, light hair, lax fiber, and fair complexion. That talks about the constitution. Second verse comes croup, anxious, wheezing, worse during inspiration, awakens in a fright and feels suffocation. This is a classical symptom. Verse 3 tells us dryness of mucous membrane of respiratory canal. Everything is perfectly dry, no mucus rails. And the fourth couplet is tough, dry like a saw driven through a pine board. Verse sweets, dry, cold winds, and drinks cold. Fifth verse is cough is also worth reading, singing, talking. Better warm things, eating and drinking. Sixth couplet is palpitation violent with pain and grasping respiration, awakened suddenly after midnight with suffocation. And seventh verse tells us thyroid gland swollen, even with chin, angina pectoris with heat, faintness and pain. Eighth verse is goiter or glands with swelling and induration, worst after sleep or sleeps into aggravation. And ninth and last is after exertion, exhaustion and heaviness, swelling of spermatic cord and testicles with pain and tenderness. So friends, thank you very much for your patient listening and watching, and please remember, sharing is caring.